This right here is my 2006 Toyota Tacoma. Got it from my dad as a birthday gift, or as a hand-me-down more so. And I've done a lot to it. It was originally stock, and I just wanted to showcase my build so far and the progress I've made, and then the plans to come. First and foremost, one of the things I think sticks out most on my rig is the KMC GRS wheels I have over here. I paired them with some Falcon Wild Peak AT4Ws. Got the AT4Ws for the snow. They have the triple peak rating, and if I'm driving in the snow, the Tahoe, to go snowboarding or anything, I don't want to worry about slipping around, so I went with that over some alternative options. They're also really quiet tires. I love and dig them. They're phenomenal. And low road vibrations the win for me, and noise too. And then with the KMC GRSs, I dig the chrome finish. I think it complemented the look on the Indigo Ink Tacoma nicely. I haven't seen other rigs running outside of it, or outside of black wheels, so I thought this was the move to do. Stick out a little bit, they pop, I love them, you know, great. They aren't their true bead locks, if you couldn't tell. I've never been in a situation where I needed real bead locks to get me out, so I figured I'd just stay on a more friendly budget, not pay a little over double the price for some real bead locks, and they work great, I love them. Now my favorite part of my build is honestly the front end. I love the red suspension. I'm running swayaways up front, the Prerunner series. They're 2.0s, they're not external reservoirs, and I paired them with the Camberg billet upper control arms, the kinetic ones. Love it, it looks phenomenal. One other thing I also did up here was the 303, if I can point correctly at it, the 303 lower shock bolt. I had a lot of clunking noises when I was topping out my suspension or hitting a harder bump. And my buddy Trenton recommended to me, absolutely solved all the problems. Makes it slightly different thunk. It's not as loud, it's not as concerning. It sounds like my suspension is performing properly now, which is really funny for a noise. And then for the swayaway, it's probably one of the coolest things I have on my truck. I bought it used on Marketplace. They were blown up. Got it for a crazy deal though. Same with the rear shocks. Those are Walker Evans, but they match the red anodized. But yeah, they were blown up, took them to Greg PRG Products, met him on Facebook Marketplace, just looking for a shock rebuild. Talked to him, had them rebuilt, went back to him and like, dude, this is sick. The guy told me they were extended travel. Is there anything I can do about that? Because they weren't extended travel. So he went in there, he machined out the guts of the shocks and got me an extra 1.5 to 2.5 inches of down travel out of my suspension and dialed it all in. Had a whole bunch of math equations on calculating spring rate, the vehicle weight, all that other stuff. Revalved them and tuned them for me, and now they ride like butter. I can jump this setup. I can hit whoops, big drops, rocks, all of this stuff. And I haven't encountered any issues with it yet. I haven't felt limited by my front suspension. I mean, long travel would be awesome, but I'm not in that money. That's why I don't have external reservoirs on them. I can't afford them. But yeah, it works great. It gets the job done. I don't need, if anyone's looking to do a mid-travel setup, you do not need the most expensive stuff on the market. Get something that works, get something in budget, tune them, and that's all you need. I love this setup. The swayaway red takes the win for color in my opinion. And then tucked up higher, I have the Camberg upper control arms, like I said, the kinetic series. I believe they're 1.5 inch uniballs, if not 1.25 inch. Whatever size they are, they're huge and they get the job done. I love the upper control arms. I dig the gunmetal gray. It pops, complements the red really nicely, and just, it looks really sleek and professional. The one thing I will say about getting uniball upper control arms, my buddy has Total Chaos on his, and we encountered the same issues. They're really maintenance heavy compared to either, I believe it's the ball joint or X joint as another brand does it. Can't remember which. But yeah, they'll get squeaky. You just gotta grease them up, no big deal. But yeah, other than that, they work great. Now for the front travel setup, right now what I have works great. Gets the job done. It jumps.
Jesus Christ.
I don't even feel the airtime from it. And then it eats up bumps pretty well.
I wonder how it feels in yours, because it feels like I was gonna die.
Oh, like butter.
Butter?
Like butter. And I'm yet to take it through some high-speed whoops to really see how much they can handle. Planning to hit up Prairie City and goof around there for a bit because that's the best spot I have for my local area of California. But yeah, they get the job done. If you're looking for a mid-travel setup, you don't need the highest market if you can't afford it. You just need whatever works and get them valved and tuned. It's phenomenal. It's night and day. That's all you need. Some upper control arms and shocks.
Oh.
Next up is the front bumper. It's not from any specific shop to be fabricated. I actually had a buddy who was building stuff in his garage, and so I hit him up, asked if he wanted to build a bumper for me. So I bought all the metal, went out to him, and we started welding for a bit, got some decent progress. He totaled his truck. And that put a huge damper on his time and availability, so I ended up going to another friend's to finish the job. I just absolutely love the shine of a machine finish. Up next for suspension is the rear. I have, like I said, the Walker Evans I found on Marketplace right here. They don't have any shock numbers or parts on them. I contacted Walker Evans. They said they were done for a custom series of shocks a while back, is what they figured. So I had them rebuilt and retuned or revalved as well, and now they work pretty damn good actually. They're still stock length, so nothing crazy. When I was first building this truck, I thought welding was like stupid expensive, something only professionals could do. And now that I've slowly been doing more and more, I realized that I could fit longer shocks in here. I could figure out the welding myself and make stuff work. So I'll eventually be getting longer shocks, but for 8 inches of travel, matching the stock setup, like I can still jump this and not feel a thing. It's really impressive what a smooth body, this is also 2.0, can do. I don't feel limited by the rear end of my truck when I'm going fast, which is awesome. Now my original leaf spring setup was different from what I currently have going on here. I was running the stock leaves with the Icon Add-A-Leaf progressive pack. That felt really dialed, but I wanted more. I got a bit greedy, and then I kept reading about a Chevy 63 swap for crawling. So that's what I did. I have a bolt-on kit from Zona Motorsports that I found, and I just finished installing them the other day. Let me take the phone out of the tripod so I can show y'all. Completely bolt-on. Doesn't mean it didn't suck to install just from dealing with the frame rivets, but the leaf pack is awesome. There's a signature thud I feel like I've heard with Tacomas on the stock leaf pack. When you hit a really big bump and compresses, there's a loud, noticeable thud. This got rid of it. And now it sits a bit of an 1.5 inches taller than what I'd like it to. But I've just got to weigh down the bed with some other stuff, and that should hopefully solve the issue. Because I've jacked up my front and got rid of my down travel to accommodate. I don't know what's going on with my phone camera right now. There we are. But yeah. So I lifted up the front of the truck, got rid of some droop to accommodate the lift and level out the rig. Looks awesome, runs even better than looks. And I'll go into more detail on that. Like I was saying, however, while it was bolt-on, and that makes things nice because you don't have to deal with welding and dealing with geometry, making sure everything lines up all correctly, bolt-on was a really nice luxury of that. I didn't have to worry about all the measurements and fancy stuff that I didn't want to deal with while I'm tight on time. But still, I had to drop the bed, the gas tank, and the exhaust. Not big issues. It was just learning along the way and pulling it off. But you have to get behind the frame, and in the C-channel, you got to grind out all the rivets flat and the rivets behind this cabin, and then hammer it out. I had several buddies help out with this because I thought I could do it myself, and I needed a certain bunch of tools that I didn't have on my hands, like an air hammer, to get it done. And that really helped out. We got most of the rivets out with a sledgehammer and a 3-pound sledgehammer and a punch. Worked great. It wasn't fun. And that was fun. Not the hammering away for 2 days straight. Now compared to stock, these leaves I did get from a pick and pull with a buddy as well. This leaf pack came off of a '96 Chevy K2500. Now with most kits, they want a pre-98, I believe, leaf pack. And this kit, however, didn't specify that with me, which was a bit unfortunate, so I just had to shrink down the bolts. So if you are doing the Zona Motorsports kit, you do want a post 98 Chevy 63 leaf pack, because the front bushing is a different size than what these brackets support. I shrunk down the bolt to a 9/16 when it should be a 5/8, I believe. And that's the bushing difference. The more you know. But other than that, this kit was awesome. I like how I didn't deal with geometry. That was my biggest fear. Now for the rear with the leaf pack as well, it does invert the shackle. This is so I can get more droop for climbing. I am running a 5-inch shackle. You do get more lift from a 6-inch shackle. And so right now my only limiting factor with this leaf pack is my brake lines. I have extended brake lines coming soon that I'm gonna install, and then I can take measurements and throw longer shocks in through the bed. I think that'll be pretty gnarly. But yeah, this leaf pack is great. Zona Motorsports pulled off some really nice brackets and I loved it. I do have to zip tie the brake lines up until I tack them onto the leaf pack to make it work, but what I wanted to show down here was I have a carbon exhaust. The carbon, I've found has the best refined exhaust noise for the Toyota Tacoma. I love it. It's loud, but it doesn't sound metallic, and it just sounds great. I enjoyed it more than some of the other exhausts I've heard on the Tacoma, and I don't think I'd swap. I've also had this truck tuned with the Overland Torque Tune. Probably one of the best things I've done to this truck. Besides off-road performance, on-road and off-road, the Overland Torque Tune remains supreme. Remaps the shifting points, better fuel ignition timing so you get better gas mileage. They have different flavors for how sensitive you want your throttle response to be. My phone is so dim. But yeah, loved it. Best 500 bucks you could ever spend on a truck. It's a whole new truck off the showroom floor. Or than what you bought off the showroom floor or used. If you can do anything to this truck and you're in a budget, get the tune. I don't have too much going on in the engine bay besides the catch can and the K&N cold air intake. Cold air. The stock Tacoma intake is already cold because it pulls from the wheel well, and it's the coldest air the truck can get. However, the noise of a cold air intake is absolutely awesome. Once you give the truck gas, you hear the intake roar almost louder than the exhaust, just sucking in air. And it's probably one of the coolest things I think I've have on this truck, noise and performance wise. It's just the loud roar. Performance, I don't know why I said performance. You get very minimal gains from an intake on this truck. Anyways, that's the sound of the intake. The filter does get a little bit dirty occasionally, and you have to clean it and then re-oil it. It's not too bad of maintenance. However, if you do hold back on doing it, there is a notice of miles per gallon that drops, or mileage that drops, and then you do also notice a lot of power because your truck can't breathe when it's too dirty. And then it sounds even better when the truck is actually under load and moving on the road. I just don't want to leave my microphone in there and find out if it falls or not, or if it's peaking and I can't control it. I hope y'all are bearing with me with this. I've never vlogged before. I'm trying to make the best I can. My phone camera is driving me insane right now with this lighting. It's really hot out too. California weather is great for that. But I'm gonna keep covering my build. Hope y'all are enjoying. Some other small things. I have some Amazon special headlights that I got from my dad when he gave me this truck. I have a paint matched grille that I just need to add another few layers of clear coat to match. Prefer it over the silver look, just like how the 2.5 gen Tacomas match their grille. Some Amazon special taillights and a third brake light up there. It's really dim, and I think it's going out, unfortunately. But yeah, this thing's awesome. I'm not going for a SoCal style truck. But just because, you know, the rock lights look cool. However, I'm yet to be in a situation where I am crawling rocks at night and need rock lights, so it feels a bit silly to invest into that when I can get some cooler, more performance or maintenance parts for my truck. Like I could use some hood struts, that'd be nice every once in a while. But that's my build so far. And that's my Tacoma so far. I'm trying to get into vlogging a bit more often. However, I am preparing to move for college out in Utah. And so that's a bit of a constraint on my time right now. But I love off-roading. I'm getting more into wheeling and all sorts of stuff. I have a local group of Toyota guys out here that I go off-roading with every once in a while, and we goof around. And I just want to record more often and share with some folks. Off-roading's a lot of fun, and I think it's fun to share fun things. I am a bit more restricted on time right now with moving to college, but I hope I can get more engaging activity out, more engaging content posts, stuff that people enjoy. So let me know what I should do with the rig if you have any ideas or advice and what y'all like to see. Ciao.